What's up, guys? It's me, Alan, and I'm back with another video today. First video with the new mic, and I'm happy. It works. It's awesome. I got the fan going, and somebody's mowing outside, so you're going to hear that in the background, possibly. But, that being said, we got to talk about Season 3 of the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series. The Daytona Duels just got done. That video just premiered. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to preview the 500, see who's in, who's out, the changes, new drivers, etc., etc., etc. So here we go. Let's get on with it. So, this is the first time that Diecast Buffet has done the duels for Daytona. 46 or 47 cars total battled it out, and 28 cars were already locked in. They were already locked into the show, so there was 12 spots left. Race your way in. Now, there was a lot of changes with drivers and such. We saw the likes of David Reagan, Paul Menard, and Danica Patrick retire. Obviously, Kyle Larson got suspended late in the Duralast Cup Series season, as he did in real life because of what he said in that iRacing stream. If you know, you know. Harrison Burton took over for Larson for the last few races of Season 2. Matt Kenseth is now in the 42. And that's one thing I need to bring up, is that with these driver changes, for example, with Larson, Kenseth gets Larson's points from last year. Christopher Bell gets Matt DiBenedetto's points from last year, if he had any. Well, because that's the thing I have to remember, is that Diecast Buffet has his points format where it's the top 10 only get points, and I have my format, which everybody does, and 250 points to the winner, 240, and then -5 thereafter. If you DNF, it's -15. And yes, I'm doing that again. I just got done with doing Season 2 with my points format. I'm going to do Season 3 with my points format as well. Diecast Buffet, he's really happy about that, really excited, really honored. I'm honored to do it. You know, I made this choice, I want to do it, and I'm going to do it. So, with all that being said, there was only one DNF in the entire duel, and all of the duels, and that was Brad Keselowski in duel number 1. Obviously, he's already locked in and stuff. But anyway, so, BJ McLeod would take duel number 1, Ross Chastain 2nd, Ryan Blaney 3rd, Greg Galding 4th, Eric Almirola 5th, Clint Bowyer 6th, Christopher Bell 7th, Kurt Busch 8th, Chad Fincham 9th, and Denny Hamlin 10th. There were 23 cars in total for duel number 1. 11th on back would be Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick in 12th, Corey LaJoie 13th, Kyle Busch 14th, Cole Custer 15th, Elliott Sadler 16th, Ryan Preece 17th, Greg Biffle 18th, Eric Jones 19th, Matt Kenseth 20th, Daniel Suarez in 21st, Timmy Hill in 22nd, and Brad Keselowski DNF'd and finished 23rd. So, for the race your way in, guys, that we got to see, 5 guys made it in, 4 guys didn't. BJ McLeod, obviously because he won the duel, Greg Galding, Christopher Bell, Chad Fincham, and Corey LaJoie, they would all make the show. Elliott Sadler, Ryan Preece, Daniel Suarez, and Timmy Hill would not. So, this is a big deal right here. You know, Ryan Preece, JTG Doherty Racing, that's a big deal for him not to make the Daytona 500. Because if you watch Season 2, I actually asked this question in the comments of, I believe, the Season 2 Daytona 500 video. Diecast Buffet did not have a number 37 car last season, and of course Chris Buescher raised the 37 last year. So Ryan Preece going to the 37, no points for that, whatever. So he had to race his way in. Buescher obviously now in the 17, and now Diecast Buffet does have a number 37 car. I believe it's a custom. I'm not sure, but I believe it is. Yeah, you knew what I meant. Anyway. That was duel number 1. Again, like I said, it sucks to see Preece not make it. You know, he had some flashes in the 47 last year, but really struggled a lot of the season. Suffered with DNFs. Daniel Suarez in the 41 last year. Daniel Suarez, when it came to my points format, that dude, he was like top 10 or 15 points wise at the end of the season. He had one hell of a year, and now, of course, he moves to Gauntlet Brothers Racing in the 96 and has to race his way in. And unfortunately, he doesn't make the show. So we'll just have to see what happens the rest of the year. But remember, Daniel Suarez, he didn't make the Daytona 500 in real life either this season. And he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Excuse me. So that was duel number 1. Now, duel number 2, watching this was gut-wrenching by the end of it. And here's why. So, let me run it down for you. Harrison Burton. Now, as I said earlier, I don't think I mentioned it, but he took over for Larson for the last few races of the season, of Season 2, after Larson was suspended. Harrison Burton is now in the 82 car, which is a second car for Buffet Racing South, which is Diecast Buffet's team. And Diecast Buffet actually reviewed that car the other night. I'll link that in the description below, as well as the duel video. Harrison Burton, he goes out and he wins the second duel. Reed Sorensen, he takes second. Andrew Keaton, otherwise known as Little Wrangler 3. Yeah, he did his own custom diecast, sent it to Diecast Buffet. It's going to compete, and he finishes the duel in third. Wow. John Hunter Nemechek, who jumps into the 38 after David Reagan retired, finished fourth. And Chase Briscoe brings the number 40 car back. He was in the 31 to start last season, but moved to the 40 car when Tyler Reddick was released from that ride about mid-season. The 40 car, as Diecast Buffet said in the video, was originally not going to come back. But it did. And hey, that's a pretty good decision right there, because Briscoe finished top 5 in duel number 2. Austin Dillon 6th, Dominic Konareski 7th, Bubba Wallace Jr. 8th, Michael McDowell 9th. McDowell finished behind Bubba. Yeah, if you know, you know. And Matt DiBenedetto, who's now in the 21 car, finished 10th. J.J. Yeley 11th, Ryan Truex 12th, Jimmy Johnson 13th, Quinn Huff 14th, William Byron 15th, Joey Logano 16th, Chris Buescher 17th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 18th, Chase Elliott 19th, Tyler Reddick 20th, Ryan Newman 21st, last season's champion Alex Bowman 22nd, Garrett Smithley 23rd, and Ty Dillon 24th. This is where it hurts. 6 guys made it out of this duel, made it into the show, and 3 didn't. The 6 that made it were Harrison Burton, Reed Sorensen, Andrew Keaton, Michael McDowell, J.J. Yeley, and Ryan Truex. The 3 that didn't make it, well, I'll list the other 2 first, are Quinn Huff and Chris Buescher. So, yeah, it sucks to see that Buescher, hasn't, finally gets to make his debut and doesn't make the show. And then Quinn Huff as well. But the other one that didn't make it, and as a fan of this guy, it hurts. Jimmy Johnson did not make the Daytona 500. Now, as Diecast Buffet mentioned in the chat of his video, of the duel video, Johnson was running the 2019 car. His 2020 car will be ready for him to be used at Texas, which is the second race of the season. But it came down to the last run. Harrison Burton was the last one to go. Johnson was right there. And freaking Harrison Burton knocked him out. I equate this to, if you watch American Ninja Warrior with the qualifiers and the regional finals, I've seen this so many times where the last guy where somebody notable is the last guy is in the last spot of the qualifier. You get down to that last run, and the last guy knocks him out. It's happened several times. Yeah, that's how I felt right here. That's exactly what happened. Johnson gets knocked out, and Harrison Burton takes the second duel. You hate to see it. I mean, congrats to Burton for winning the duel, but you really hate to see it for Johnson to get knocked out. With all the struggles he's had. I mean, and you're probably wondering, well, why did he have to race his way into the first place? Fam, last season, he struggled. It was, I'm not going to lie, Season 2 was a crap year for Jimmie Johnson. Like, you know, he's had some bad luck racing in real life ever since Pocono 2017 with that crash. Really, that's how, at least that's what it feels like as far back as then. But last season, Season 2 of the Duralast Cup Series, it was a rough year. It really was. He finished like 12th or 13th in the season finale at Homestead, which is awesome. But man, just mediocre runs, got wrecked out a couple times. I mean, that's I think a good segue into this next part. The guys that struggled last year, all right? Johnson, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney barely made it. He barely made it. He was barely made it in terms of being eligible, you know, to being locked in to the 500 and not have to race his way in like Johnson did. Brad Keselowski started off the year all right, and then kind of just hit an impasse and struggled. Martin Truex Jr., he had 2 wins with like 6 DNFs and some mediocre runs to boot at times. I mean, he finished second in the last 2 races, which is pretty cool. But again, he struggled for a lot of the year, and the 6 DNFs did not help whatsoever. The aforementioned Kyle Busch, he won the season finale at Homestead last year. Struggled majority of the year. Chase Elliott, he got a win, I believe, I forget where he won at, but he struggled most of the year. So, this is going to be a big, Season 3, we're going to have to see how these guys do, alright? Keselowski and Blaney, Johnson, Elliott, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Martin Truex Jr., hopefully he can get the DNFs down. Because, again, he won 2 races. He should have been contending for the championship. But the DNFs hurt him. Same thing for Ryan Newman. He won 3 races last year, but the DNFs were what hurt him. He had like 5. So, you know, all I can say is this season can be fun to watch. It really is. It's going to be one heck of a year. So to give you the rundown on the starting lineup for this race, Matt Kenseth and Tyler Reddick, in qualifying, they qualified on the front row, so that was not going to change regardless unless they DNF'd. So Matt Kenseth will start on the pole, Tyler Reddick second, BJ McLeod third, Harrison Burton fourth, Ross Chastain fifth, Reed Sorensen sixth, Ryan Blaney 7th, Andrew Keaton 8th, Greg Galding 9th, John Hunter Nemechek 10th. Most of that top 10 you would not expect to be up there, just saying. Clint Bowyer 11th, Chase Briscoe in 12th, Eric Almirola 13th, Austin Dillon 14th, Christopher Bell 15th, Dominic Konarski 16th, Kurt Busch 17th, Bubba Wallace Jr. 18th, Chad Fincham 19th, Michael McDowell 20th, Denny Hamlin 21st, Matt DiBenedetto 22nd, Martin Truex Jr. 23rd. That's a Gibbs sandwich, and I say that because DiBenedetto with Wood Brothers Racing, they have an alliance with Gibbs. But anyway, JJ Yeley 24th, Kevin Harvick 25th, Ryan Truex 26th, Cole Custer 27th, William Byron 28th, Kyle Busch 29th, Joey Logano 30th, Corey LaJoie 31st, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 32nd, Chase Elliott 33rd, Greg Biffle 34th, Ryan Newman 35th, Eric Jones 36th, your defending champion, Alex Bowman, 37th. Garrett Smithley, 38th. Ty Dillon, 39th. And Brad Keselowski, in a backup car, will start in 40th. With that all being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. Like I said, I'm going to be doing my point standings for Season 3 of the Duralast Cup Series, so keep an eye out for that. I have more diecast reviews coming as well. Go subscribe to Diecast Buffet's channel. He's closing in on 2K subs. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.